All right, all right. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning out there in the world. Happy Wednesday. It's lunch and learn time on Real Talk with E.V.E. And of course, we are celebrating Women's History Month. Yay! We're still celebrating women, and I have an awesome woman. She is a queen, a child of God, a Proverbs 31 woman. And, she's very, very busy, but I am glad to have had the pleasure of bringing her on today. And of course, I'm telling you, she's got a busy schedule, but here she is. Let me bring her up. Welcome, Miss Sunny Davis Nicholson. Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me, Eve. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for you being here. And of course, I wasn't sure how this was going to work out. It's this computer sometimes can fail you. But you know what? The devil is a liar. The show's got to go on. Well, Sunny, thank you once again for making the time and coming on this show on Real Talk with E.V.E. And the thing about this show is real talk with real people about these real issues that are happening. And so we're going to talk about our youth today. And guys, you be ready, take some notes. Leaders always take notes. So take notes, learn some things today, sit back, eat your lunch, and enjoy the information that we're going to share here today on this wonderful show of Real Talk with E.V.E. And I have a dynamite powerhouse here, and she's a beautiful young lady, as you can see. That is Miss Sunny Davis Nicholson. Thank you once again, Sunny, for really making some time. It's taken about a month, just if not more, to schedule you. So I am glad to have you. We're like technology issues, not. It's not going to stop. Yeah. It's not going to stop us, right? So I am very much appreciative. And in all honesty, I am blessed to have you on this show because of all the dynamic things that you're doing in the community. And you are in the heart of Lawndale. We're talking North Lawndale and South Lawndale. That's the Black and Brown community. That when Black and Brown communities come together, bam, explosion happens, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So thank you for what you're doing. You are the founder or co-founder, the director of the ARK Center, and that's arkec.org, as you see on the bottom. Actually, I have the other section so you can get her information here. And take down her phone number, check out the website, because what you're going to hear today, you're going to say, wow, we need to have that in our community. I remember when I first brought you on the radio, my goodness, several years ago, some people were in awe of what you guys are doing there for our youth. And I'm like, well, we need that just about in every county and every city and every state. So I'm speaking it again. This is a pilot program that you're going to help start elsewhere, because you're going to have that many people working with you so that you can bring that to other communities. Because, right now, our kids are wreaking havoc, right?
Absolutely. Our kids definitely need programs like this program, and they need people like yourself and other people from the community that are willing to give back and support the efforts of some of the community-based organizations that are doing the work out here. A lot of the times, we want to, just focus on our own family. It's just me and my 3 or my 4 and no more. And a lot of the times when we do that, we don't realize that we can either pay now or pay later. And so either your children get influenced by other kids that don't have the support that they get from you, or another thing happens, you actually become a victim of one of the kids that fall through the cracks because we don't have the support and things like that, happening in the neighborhood that should be happening to support the community.
Exactly. So this beautiful young lady, I got to meet several years ago because we were looking for a location to do a program on financial literacy. Mm-hmm. Well, she's been a blessing to the community, but also to me. And as you see the background behind her, that's exactly what the ARK Center looks like on one side of the building. And so I got to meet her there. We hit it off real good. She's my sister. sister in Christ, and she's been doing some amazing things. And I'm like, I got to share this information. But first of all, Sunny, tell us a little bit about who Sunny Davis Nicholson is.
Oh, well, Sunny Davis Nicholson is a mother of four, a pastor's wife. But above all of that, I serve as the CEO here at the ARK Entrepreneurial Center and our Family Life Center. But above all of that, who I really am is a believer in Jesus Christ. He is my personal savior.
Amen.
To serve him and his people. So that's at the core who I am.
That's awesome. That's a lot to say. That says you are a servant leader, and thank you for serving in your home, in the church, in the community, in your organization. You are truly an entrepreneur. That I don't know when or how was this born? This idea of doing this. What started this?
It started a few years ago. I was, I had some conversations with, we were dating at the time, and we just had a bunch of different interests that we talked about regarding, youth and things like that. And after speaking with him and just going through some of the things that he has overcome, just to give you a little background, my husband is Pastor Noah Nicholson II of the One Way Family Worship Center. And, a lot of our program is kind of put together based off of what he experienced in his
life. There?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
You froze. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, I think we're having technical difficulties. I'm like, are you there? You froze for a moment. I'm like, oh no. You were talking about your husband. Sorry. Yes. And you said you were dating at the time. I'm sorry, you got cut off there.
He kind of talked about his background a little bit, about, what he actually started from, and then how he got to where he is today. And in grammar school, he spoke of junior achievement, which I actually myself was a part of in grammar school.
Right.
For those who don't know what junior achievement is or was at the time, junior achievement would have entrepreneurs or business owners come into schools, and they will work with inner city youth to be able to have them do like a mock business, and they will take you through the processes of those businesses. And so he had that in grammar school. And then when he got to high school, he went to Chicago Vocational High School. And there is where he actually learned the skill. He learned graphic arts. And from taking those business classes in grammar school and then going to Chicago Vocational Academy and taking those vocational classes, he was able to take all of those skills and actually start a printing company, and then expanding to a second printing company. And then later on, he received this call into full-time ministry. And anyone that knows, if you're building a church, you have to have an entrepreneurial spirit. You have to be able to, church is somewhat of a business. And sometimes people don't want to see it that way, but it really is. It takes a lot of finances. It takes budgeting. It takes people. And, it just takes a lot to do that. The same thing with any, company that's out there. So all of the things that he learned prepared him for where he is today. And so we took that, those two different things. And when we put the ARK Entrepreneurial Center together, we wanted to make sure we included both, because there's not a lot of programs that have both. They either have vocational or they have entrepreneurial. And so we wanted to combine the both. And actually this year we added an academic component, because after we started to recruit our students, one of the things that we required is test scores. And after seeing some of the test scores, and some of our students that started the program, I have a couple students in third grade reading at kindergarten level, and Chicago public schools can't do it all. And so I
Right.
think it's important that we all work together. And so we added an academic tutoring piece to our program. So when our kids come into the program, they get homework help, they get tutoring, they get all of that support first. And then we go into, because I can't teach you about entrepreneurship, or I can't teach you about vocational skills when you're having trouble in school with reading and math.
Mm,
So we want to
right,
make sure
right.
those things are good to go before we, have you learn more about, the different skills that you can learn, or even to how to start a business. So we actually have it used to be a dual program, but now we have 3 components to our program, which consists of academics. It consists of vocational training. And then from the vocational training that you receive, you take that thing that you are so passionate about and that you love, and we teach you how to monetize that through our marketing classes, our communication classes, and our business development classes.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, and we're always looking for business owners, entrepreneurs. We're looking for volunteers to come in and help with the work that we do. We have teachers in the community that volunteer, that come in and work with our kids. I mean, all of our academic teachers, they're certified teachers, and they work directly with our kids. So we're doing our part in the community to help improve the lives of all of the CPS students, private school students, and charter students.
And you're doing that as we speak. And so how long has the ARK been in existence? When did you start?
We started the ARK in 2019. So in 2019, we kind of put everything together. We got the space and started our programming. Excuse me. But we actually launched the ARK in 2020. In actually June of 2020. So it was interesting because we know that was the year of COVID, and COVID was really, really a scary thing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We launched the program, and we started with a small group of kids. We did all of the protocols and things like that we needed to do, but it was our first time doing it, and we had to do it through COVID. So now we're 3 years in, and I think starting this organization through COVID actually gave us the opportunity to feel like we can accomplish anything to be able
That's
to
right. That's right.
through COVID and still be able to maintain what we started. I think it's a blessing. And so we're still moving forward and evolving and adding new programming and new volunteers and new supports within the organization. So things are going very well.
Certainly sounds like that. And this is like a one-stop shop for a child. What age group are you taking in?
So our program is divided into 2 groups. We call one group mini bosses, which is from ages 7 through 13, which is primarily elementary school students. And then our big bosses are from the ages of 14 to 18, and that consists mostly of high school students. And the way our building is set up, so uniquely that we're able to cut off half of the building or shut down half of the building to be able to have, our mini bosses on one side of the building and have our big bosses on the other side of the building.
Wow. That certainly covers it all. Now, do you get, of the kids that are attending your programs, do you get parent involvement? Meaning, are they receptive to the program? What are their responses have been to your programs?
The parents are really excited about the program. A lot of the times they ask, okay, so are you going to have something for us too?
Yes, that's where I'm coming for.
we get a lot of that, which is why we're so excited to have you guys partner with us with financial literacy classes for adults in the community, because a lot of the parents, they ask, okay, can we be a part of it? Some of them want to sit in the class because of the information that's given. These are these are people that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars either through going to college and getting this information there and going to business school, and they're willing to, what they pay thousands of dollars for, they're willing to give that to your child for free. That's a
awesome.
That's a lifetime opportunity to be able to have someone that has went to college, took the business courses, and they're willing to sow that into your child to be able to prepare them
Mm-hmm.
as they want to start in the future. And if they don't want to be an entrepreneur, if they want to run a company or they want to be a manager, having these classes will help them with that as well.
Exactly. So you're getting them started at the right prime age 7, when they're curious about everything, and I truly appreciate what you're doing, because you're sparking interest into the youth, where normally as parents, they won't do that. We won't do that.
Yeah.
And you're doing that. And I appreciate that. I love that.
I think that it's really important to, work with our children when they're young, when they're most impressionable. And what I do love about the ARK is that because we give the kids so many opportunity, the youth that come into our program, the opportunity to explore all career tracks, to be able to explore all vocational opportunities, is such a great opportunity for them to find that thing that really brings them joy, that really gives them, I can't wait to come to the ARK. I can't wait to learn.
Right.
I can't wait to do that today. Because what I've seen is so many talented people, whether you are, a singer or a dancer or artist or, a website designer, whatever it is, because you didn't probably finish college or you didn't take those business classes, you don't know how to monetize that gift that you love. So you end up working in environments that really don't bring you joy, and it's really miserable going to work. So we want to be able to create an environment where kids can explore everything and be able to find that thing that really makes them happy and really brings them joy.
And I'm thankful that you're not only opening this up to the youth during school, but you also have a summer program. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so we have after school right now. Our after school program is from 3 to 7. And then our summer program is from 9 to 5.
That's like having a job, working 9 to 5. Get them acclimated to that, right? That's a time.
We also partner with organizations like One Summer Chicago, with some of our kids in our program that are over the age of 14 and up. They're able to, get paid to be in our program, to learn about entrepreneurship, to learn a skill, and they get paid $15 an hour. So it's a really, really great program that we do here. So we have all different things. Summers are the busiest because we have about 120 kids here that are actually being paid to learn. So it's called a learn and earn program. So they really have a good time.
What ages is for that one, the learn and earn?
From 14 to 18.
Darn, my cutoff. I'm only 19.
Oh my goodness.
I wish. But these programs were not offered back in our day.
No.
I know I'm like beyond you as far as age, but they were not offered. And just like the financial literacy, I saw your husband teaching about stocks, right? Yeah. About investing. I was like, what child gets that? Right? Unless they're there at the ARK Center. Where is the ARK Center located at, Sonny?
Yeah, we're located at 2458 South Millard in Chicago. We're right off the corner of 25th and Millard. When you talked about my husband and stock classes and all of those things, that too is one of the things that parents are like, can I get involved in? Can I be a part of that? Just the things that they learn here, they take this information back home to their parents. I had a parent come to me and they were telling me, my child mentioned being an authorized user on a credit card that they learned in financial literacy class. And they said that if they were an authorized user on the card, it will, and I pay that card regularly, and I had it for a long time, all of the things that I've accrued through that card will now be changed over to not changed over, but added on to their credit. as well, and they were like, I never heard of that. That's a great opportunity for my child to have a great credit score like I do.
Mhm.
So it's just different information that the kids here at the ARC, from even down to life insurance policies. Our kids hear about that and they take that information home. They're like, Mom, do we have a license? Do we have a
A
insurance?
policy? You
Yeah.
got me protected, Mom.
And the reason why they ask that, because we teach that's another way of creating wealth.
That's
So
right. That's
that
right.
yeah, so we teach that to the kids here, that it's important to make sure that you don't miss that opportunity to
Yeah.
not have that burden on your family when you pass away, but to also create wealth for your family.
Generational wealth. It's in the Bible, from your children to your children's children's children to the children's children's children, so on and so forth. That's generational wealth. So, guys, that is going to be offered for the adults coming soon at the ARK Center. Y en español también, in español too, in Spanish, because you are in the heart of you're in the beat of the heart, right in the center.
Yeah.
Where you're beating left and right the Black and the brown community, and pretty much our community is who is the least to learn about these things, unfortunately. But the services and the programs that you're offering right now, Sonny, it's awesome, because you're starting them young, so that when they get to be your age and my age, they can't say they didn't know.
Right.
We're preparing them for success and not for failure. Right? Because it's not about just go to school, get good grades, go to college, get your degree, and get a good job. It's not like that anymore, because you can actually do more than just that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You train up a child in the way that they should go. When they're older, they won't depart from it.
they won't depart.
In the Christian or biblical things, but that's also in the skill, and we miss that part. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It's so important. And we do have a big ask. She mentioned it in the beginning of the show. She mentioned it the way she mentioned it, but I'm going to tell you how I want to say it. Look, people, you need to get involved and invest in a child's life. They don't have to be your child. Hey, it takes a village to raise a child, okay? And for those of you that are watching Real Talk with E.V.E., if you're in the Chicagoland area or borderline Indiana, Chicago, and you're willing to travel to volunteer, to sow a seed into those children, I highly encourage you to do that, because when you give back, let me tell you, the highest paying job is volunteerism, in case you didn't know. I'm a millionaire because I've been volunteering for over 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so, people, if you want to look for a way to give back, this is a perfect way to give back. You are a teacher. First and foremost, if you are a parent. Now, you don't have to be a parent to be a volunteer. Go in and sow a seed. We often complain about what our youth is doing out on the streets. Chicago is high in crime. Other areas in Indiana, the same thing. But this is one way you can keep them off the street. You're there to volunteer. You're there to invest. And you're learning what they're learning. And you're watching how they're learning. And you appreciate that now you don't see kids the way you normally see them in Chicago or anywhere else. So, it takes a village to raise a child. We need volunteers to come to the ARK Center. Do you see the phone number and the website right there under the screen? Call 773-475-7790 and ask for whom, Sonny?
You can ask for myself. You can ask for me. Typically, we don't answer our calls because we're working directly with the kids. But if you leave a voicemail, it comes straight to our email, and we will get back to you before the end of business day.
Wonderful.
And our end of business day at 7 p.m. So we'll definitely give you a call before the end of the day.
And if someone calls in Espanol, we'll certainly be there to help you as well. If you know Spanish-speaking families, have them call. Leave a message. We'll call you back in Espanol. Because we want your child. Queremos a tu niño que esté en estos programas. No porque no hablas en inglés, no quiere decir que este programa no es para tu hijo o tu hija. Así es que aquí hay programas para sus hijos de edad de 7 a 18 años, después de la escuela y durante el verano también. Vayan a esta página arks.org o llamen al 773-475-7790. Dejen un mensaje y le regresarán la llamada lo más pronto posible para registrar a sus niños. And speaking of children and registering, is there a fee?
There is not a fee to register, but we do have, there is some cost to be in the program. We work with a lot of low income families, and through two of our programs that we have, our families don't pay to have to, they don't pay to come to our program. So we have
Wow.
Action for Children, which is a government subsidy program that will pay all or a nice portion of the tuition here. The tuition is about $750 a month, depending on how many days are in that month. For what you're able to receive here, it is extremely worth it. You will not regret putting your child in this program. All the things that they're going to receive, the friends they're going to make, and then just the opportunities here, from the paid opportunities to the connections, the networking. I do believe that as this program progresses, that a lot of the students that are in this program, they might be your employee or your interns, as they transition to
Mhm.
and things like that. So if you're a business owner or a entrepreneur yourself, and you want to give back, just realize that it works. It's like a circle. It all comes back to you. And there's so many
That's
people that
awesome.
I've worked with in previous companies and things like that I've connected with again through this program. And so you'll definitely see exactly how this program works, and how the children that need internships, how they'll reach out to you, they'll connect to you because they have connected with you here. So
No, that's wonderful. I think it's great. Even at 750 a month. And is that the same for the summer? Because I know you got a 9 to 5.
it's the same at the summer. It's the same.
That's so inexpensive. And for what they learn is priceless. That's more than daycare, people.
Yeah.
So you know what? Sign them up. If you work 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, sign them up, drop them off while they're learning, you're earning, and then they'll learn so they can earn too in the future. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You pay that in a week on childcare.
Yeah.
Hello, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'd rather have my child in your program pay a lot less so they can learn a lot more while I'm earning.
Yeah, we provide transportation from school. We also provide food when they get here, and they get the tutoring supports. We have a STEAM program, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math here.
Nice.
And then they have vocational and business classes each and every day. So
Beautiful. They'll learn a lot more. Invest in your child. And, see if you qualify for the free program, and they feed your child. My goodness.
Yeah.
I'm sure that those of you that are watching this show want this in your neighborhood, in your community. So, you know what, Cindy? Don't be surprised if someone calls you and say, hey, can you get this started over here?
I actually have had those calls. But, our aim right now is to allow this location and this program to do the work that we believe we do in the community. We want to continue to build a great network of volunteers and teachers within our program, and add on more vocational, training and vocational teachers to our program as well. And so, we're extremely excited about, what we're doing and what God has in our lap to do, and God has given us the vision to do, and we're just excited about it. And we will love to have your children here. We'll also love for parents to be involved in the work that we're doing, volunteers, and like I said, on business owners that will like to be a part of what we're doing here. We welcome you, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.
That's wonderful. Well, we're looking at quite a few partnerships that will be started, and you're going to see them come through the summer. And one last time, what are your hours of business? What's your address? The phone number is right there in the bottom of the screen, guys. We're at the end of our show. We're going to have to bring her back because there's a lot more to share. And real quick, don't you give away something once a month or something like that?
Oh, yeah. So our Life Center, we receive donations from Walmart. and Walmart provides all of the school supplies for our students and for the community. Also, we have clothing, shoes, food that we give out once a month to the community. But the store here, our students, we call it social responsibility. Our students actually run the store. We get all of these shipments from Walmart of things that they did not sell. It's all brand new, and they bring it into our facility because they have to make room for new shipments. They bring it into our facility. Our youth put all the store together, and they coordinate the monthly giveaway. And so we give away all kinds of things to the community, from school supplies to shoes to food to clothes to summer clothes to winter clothes.
Wow.
And women, boy and girl. And so we're not just teaching our kids about entrepreneurship and business and monetizing their skills, but we're teaching them about giving back. So if you're going to have a business in a community, it's important to give back to the community that you have your business in. So this is what they do here with us as well.
So where are you located once again, and what are the hours of business? So if they'd like to go and pick up some of the things that you're giving away, what are the dates for that and the times? And if they want to go in and register their child, or can they do it online as well?
Yep. So, that's a lot of stuff to give you guys. So our address is 2458 South Millard in Chicago. We're right off of 25th and Millard, which is like right off in between Pulaski and Central Park. We our after school hours are from 3 to 7, and our community giveaway hours are from it's on every fourth Saturday, and that is from 10 to 12. We also, to register for our program, you can register with us at www.arkec.org/register. And it's a really quick process. You just put your information in. You'll get a call either from one of our members here, or you get a call from our translator company if you speak in Spanish. We also have adult programming that will be issuing out information that Eve spoke about regarding financial literacy.
Yes.
We come in, and if you're an adult, you can actually take a financial literacy class here. We also are in the works for our adult side that is mostly during the day. We are adding English as a second language classes, education classes, and a bunch of other things. So just check our website for that too. Our website for that is www.flc-chicago.org.
FLDCchicago.org.
I'll say that again. It's www.f as in Frank, L as in Larry, C as in cat, -chicago.org.
Wonderful. And if you guys have any questions, you jot them down in the comments here. We'll be more than happy to respond back, whether myself or Sunny, the CEO of the ARK Entrepreneurial Center. Sunny, we're going to have to bring you back. Time just runs when you're having fun. I thank you for all that you're doing in the community for our youth. You are brightening up their minds, and you are certainly tapping into an interest that they may not have otherwise if it wasn't for you and for your husband, Ms. First Lady. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much. Give my love to the family, to your king, and we'll be back later with some more information in the near future about what is the ARK Entrepreneurship or Entrepreneurial Center doing with our youth. Thank you once again, Sunny, and I'm sure we're going to bring you back.
Thank you so much, Eve. Thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome. And of course, as you guys find out what we're doing, what I'm bringing, and I'm all about bringing resources, but bringing solutions. This is a solution-based show, in case you did not know. I hope that you've enjoyed today's program at your Lunch and Learn. Happy Wednesday. Of course, we'll be back on Saturday at 12:30 for another Lunch and Learn. And I just got to go. I got places to go, people to see, and things to do. And on that note, once again, muchas gracias. Thank you for joining me here on Real Talk with E.V.E. Nos vemos. Love ya.